Hi there, this is Joe. It's about almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, October 9th. Family's actually away right now. I think they're pumpkin picking and doing whatever else. But I did a lot of work in the garage and kept myself busy all day long, which is one of the things that I'm thinking is helping me achieve some goals that I'm trying to do here now too, because I've been finding with myself, if I'm not doing something or just laying around, maybe watching television, even just reading a book sometimes, you kind of have, I kind of have, this desire to have a little flavor. Get me a chip, get me a soda, get me a beer, get me something else. But the ability to possibly have a little bit extra, add some more calories to my day, add more sugar to my body, or maybe even more alcohol, is a lot easier for me to do when I'm not busy. Now, on a day like today, I think I got outside about 10 in the morning and I worked straight through until about 3 in the afternoon. At that point, my knee was still bothering me. I'm still healing from my surgery from a month or so ago. So I was calling it a day. But in that time, I pretty much just worked right through lunch. Now, I'm not trying to intermittently fast right now. I think it is one of the things I want to get around to attempting and trying to do. But it's the good way personally that I can avoid just like, oh, let me grab an extra this, grab an extra that, or drink an extra this. Out in my garage, I actually do have a standing fridge, and I have a huge container of water in there. So I drank that a few times while I was out there, keep myself hydrated. Not to mention, you get thirsty. So, I was happy to skip lunch. I'll still have my dinner tonight, and we move forward from there. Speaking of meals, by the way, I've used up the Slim Fast powder that I was working with before. I'd gotten a few extras, and then I finally went to see my doctors, and they didn't like the fact I was even trying to do it to begin with. And I myself said I wasn't trying to do the Slim Fast program. I'm not on a Slim Fast diet. I needed that way in my mind to substitute meals, especially the breakfast and lunch, for some time. So I did it for about 3.5 weeks or whatever when my powder finally ran out. And it was good. It was good because when I finally went back to eat something for breakfast on the first day, I think I had a small little egg and Taylor ham sandwich, one egg, no cheese, small bread to put it on. Actually, I think it was one of those thins you get. They're almost they're like English muffins, but they're really really thin. So I kept the carb aspect of say a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel way way lower by doing what I did. So it's enough to get some flavor, to get some energy, to break my fast and have the body start doing its process and move on with my day. Numbers wise, what's been happening for the last week or so that I've been doing that is, well, still only down on maybe 1 pound since the last time I did this a week ago. So I didn't do the post-it note for the moment, but it's like 266 and a half right now. I think I was 267 and a half a week ago. But in that 1 pound in a week, I know I've had some little extras. There's been a couple of nights during the week that I think my wife and I sat down, put the kids to bed, and went to go watch a TV show. Hey, there's a little glass of Chivas or something. It's infrequent. It's a lot less than it used to be. But there is a little bit extra. Or maybe there's a dessert one night. So I have made a little bit more progress. However, in the interim, I'm not doing anything else. What I've seen during the last week as well is the weight has gone between 263 and a half to 267 and a half. Up and down little bits. Up and down. So always wondering, am I hitting a stasis point now that I need to do that next boom to bash through the wall and get some extra gains or losses, whichever way you want to look at it? Or am I sabotaging myself? Time will tell. But so far to date, though, like I said, started at 282, down at 266 and a half. I'm happy that's staying there, even though there's a little fluctuation. I'm in the 260s. I'm not going back to the 270s now. So I've found myself saying I'm doing a success. I think physically I'm starting to see a couple things myself. I think I'm seeing a little bit extra definition up here higher on the cheekbones and a little bit something more on the rib cage, which I promised myself, and to your benefit, I will not be doing shirt off things unless I get jacked somehow, but that's going to take a long, long time if that ever happens. But in the meantime, I know that you're generally the last person that's going to see a benefit to yourself. Other people will see it because they won't see you every single day. You'll look in the mirror every single day. You'll brush your teeth, whatever you got to do. Sometimes comb your hair, but I don't really have that problem. But I think I've been seeing, there's a little section over here. This camera's not really good, so you're not going to see it. But it made me happy. So I'm just going to keep with it. Now, another thing is, I know that I've only been dieting so far. I always laugh when you see things or commercials on TV where, oh, you try this program and you'll have great results. But the program is also substituting with it or adding to it exercise, constant, sometimes 2 days, whatever it is. So I was a non-exerciser before. Unfortunately, with my knee and leg, I really can't exercise too much now. I'm still trying to work on what I can do. But this has been all diet. So I hope that when I do start doing some physical movements, I'll see better results. I'll see myself breaking into the next 10s or maybe even 20 from now. That being said, I actually had a different thing to talk about today. One more thing. So it was 1 month. So I had my 1 month checkup with my doctor. They took blood from me again, which was a week prior, and I went to go see her. And I was really upset that she didn't do a full blood work. Now, the reason why she didn't, she says, is because in 1 month you're not going to see any results based on the medication they gave me from last month. So the body's just getting used to it. All she really checked on was my liver enzyme. They call it like the ALT enzyme, I believe it is. And then she looked at the scans that they had done of my liver and ultrasound done. And what she can tell me is I don't have any tumors, I don't have any cancer, I have no hepatitis. So physically, there's no thing invading my liver except the fact it's a fatty liver, which I've known for a long time. I have done nothing about it. Completely my fault. I understand this. I take ownership of this. But I'm doing something now, and that's the important part. But I did talk to a naturalist, though, some holistic person, and she actually gave me a couple of little plans to go on. She actually gave me a liver cleanse that you go on for about a week or so. She recommended doing a gallbladder cleanse, which takes about 3 days, like a mini kind of cleanse. I'll be doing that next to see what happens. But she just says, hey, if you got the fatty liver, your gallbladder might have an issue because they're related in some fashion. I have not done any research yet to figure out why, but they are. So I'll do this mini gallbladder cleanse and do the liver cleanse. And then the one thing that she was really harping on was she's claiming that I am retaining a lot of water. Way too much. So she gave me some little program cards that will help with water retention, and it'll be some kind of herbal detox or something like that involved. Not a detox like people usually do for their liver and such, or even just an alcohol detox, but just a let's get this additional excess water weight just away from the body. So I'll be trying that soon. We'll see if I notice anything. I'm going to try and do one by one, and if I can, I'll try to report on any results I feel or have gained or lost because of those. So, moving forward, the one thing I actually wanted to talk about mainly today, I've had a prop on the side of my desk, is supplements. I've had my hat sitting here with a whole bunch of bottles of stuff I've been taking every day since I started doing this on September 1st. What is this crap? Well, let's go find out. And the good thing is, once I'm done with this, I can take all these bottles and put them back upstairs in the medicine cabinet. So the first thing I'll talk about is a multivitamin. I just went over the counter on this. I didn't do any research ahead of time saying which one should I get, which one's better than something else. And I knew from a while back I'd seen a nutritionist, and he had recommended a specific one or two types to take. But until I found that or actually had the motivation to actually go out and find it, I bought this. Not saying grab this or anything like that, but just a multivitamin sometimes is a very good thing to have. That's personal opinion. I'm sure there's some people that say you don't need it as long as you have a well-balanced diet, but that's one of the things. But I did find the old write-up that this guy gave me from back in October 5th, 2009. So, what's that, 13, 12 years ago? Literally 12 years ago, I saw him when I was at least 40 pounds less than I am today. But we spoke, and one of the things that he told me about multivitamins is he recommended two to me. GNC has one. It's called the Mega Men's Sport. He liked the breakdown of what's in that one pill compared to a bunch of others. Now that I have this, when I finish doing what I have in this bottle, which is going to take me a while, I'll probably go out and get that. He also recommended, if you don't get that, there's something called Puritans Pride. In parenthetical, he says Puritans Pride 1. These multivitamins are things that he recommended, and actually the Puritans Pride I think you can get from Vitamin Shoppe or Puritan.com. But he recommended these over other ones for whatever his I'm a nutritionist reasons that he finally did. I have no reason to doubt him. I know one of the things that to this day, actually, even though I haven't seen him in 12, 13 years, that sticks in my mind is a lot of these multivitamins apparently do come with a candy coating. And he goes, I don't even know why. You know, you're taking something the size of about maybe 2 M&Ms and you're swallowing it once a day. Why is there even a candy coating? You're not even chewing it either. You're swallowing it. So, just a funny little thing. I wanted to share that. But a multivitamin, so I'm definitely taking that every morning. The next thing I have here is, and this is back when I thought you can get pills to help you out. This is the first thing, is fish oil. People were just raving about fish oil, and it's definitely something good for your heart health and something good for your diet, so go ahead and get it. So I have some left of a huge bottle from back when. I don't know if these things expire or not. But I take this every morning. And looking out real quick to say, you know, why not? What's out there? Some of the research I just did prior to recording this. So I went on Google and said, hey, what's the good thing about fish oil? And of course it landed immediately on WebMD. So I'm not searching for WebMD to give me answers. It just happened to show up. One of the things about fish oil that they say is very good for you is the fact that it has a lot of these omega-3 fatty acids. And that means nothing to me by its own. So I had to look up what's good about omega-3 fatty acids. And they said it's pretty good with managing some heart health. With my high risk now of 3 times the national average of actually having a heart attack, perhaps it's a good thing I'm taking some of these things. So I'll continue to do this until I hear otherwise. WebMD was also saying that these omega-3 fatty acids do help lower blood pressure, which currently I don't have a problem with. Reduce triglycerides, which I do have a problem with, so hopefully it does something there. It slows down any development of plaque in your arteries, and I am reading from a list, so I'm not saying I memorized all this. Reduces the chance of an abnormal heart rhythm, and the likelihood of a heart attack or a stroke. And this weird sentence, lessen the chance of sudden cardiac death in people with heart disease. So, fish oil, omega-3 fatty acids, good for the heart. What's next? This bottle here. This is a B6 vitamin. Now, I think what really drew my attention to it is this little thing on the bottom here. It says it's a dietary supplement. Hey, everyone likes diets. I want to lose some weight. Someone probably mentioned this to me years ago. I picked up this bottle. Don't really know if I need this right now. It's probably unnecessary. I don't like throwing things away. I'll probably just finish the rest of this. And when it's done, just not use it anymore. But for the moment, I'm taking some B6. If you know anything about this stuff, please let me know, because I even looking online, it doesn't really say much, you know? Now, this is one I actually sought out. This is a bottle of potassium. I wanted to find some good potassium, and I believe this is the one that's not the gluconate. Maybe it is potassium gluconate. But anyway, one of the things was I was having the issue where I was finding myself waking up in the mornings or in the middle of the nights, and I'm having leg cramps. So that hurts. You could be in a deep sleep and unconsciously just stretch your leg a little bit too far down, and all of a sudden that leg cramp just starts and it wakes you right up. And nothing in the world seems to be able to get rid of it. I think more recently afterwards, I started making sure I don't let the whole leg bend and cramp up together. I try to like push my heel out as much as I possibly can, and it does keep it at bay. But I was playing with this for a long time. I thought it was a fact of, hey, you know something? I could be a heavy drinker. And my friends at work, we went out 3-4 times minimum a week. And we all lived near our office too, so a lot of drinks you have, which probably puts me where the problem I have right now, no doubt. And I know this. But I was taking the potassium because people even say, oh, just have your bananas, whatever else. You can't have that many bananas in a day, every single day. So the potassium is trying to help out. Funny thing is, I actually mentioned it to the doctor when I did a checkup on my knee after surgery. And I was like, oh, by the way, doc, since I'm here and we're talking about legs, I got this problem with cramps in the morning. And he was saying, you're probably dehydrated. Now, when I work during the day, I do have a lot of, like these bottles of water throughout the day. I drink some decaf teas. I don't put anything in it. I'm just, a black tea drinker. I have a bunch of those. Try to keep the caffeine down if I can. But I thought I had a lot of fluids. Apparently it doesn't matter. He literally recommended drink Gatorade. Start your day with a Gatorade. So I've been doing that every now and again. Trying to do it every morning, actually. Unfortunately, Gatorades are pretty high in sugar. So I gotta find like a Gatorade Zero or something like that. But that's why I'm getting the potassium. So hopefully that'll take care of that issue with the Gatorade and the potassium and the fact that I'm drinking less. I should not encounter this because I was actually encountering it every morning. It is not a good way to start the day. But I had a problem. I talked to someone who knows about it. I'm getting help for it. That's what you can do. And hopefully I'm all good. The last two things I have here are the medications that she has given to me. So I'm taking, this is a prescription bottle of, this is for the cholesterol itself, cholesterol medication. Gemfibrozil, about 600 milligrams of this. I take this twice a day. My doctor's not going to do another full blood work to see how all my numbers are until the 3-month period lapse. So not until the end of November am I going to get this again to find out how well has this medication worked for me. And is it enough? Is it too much? Can I get off of this? I don't know yet. So stay tuned. It's another 2 months from now, so I'll definitely keep you informed because that's when my number's going to come in. I got to see the blood sugar. I want to see that thing definitely come down because I don't want to be a pre-diabetic any longer. I want to see the tries go down. I want to see everything improve. That's the reason why I'm here. So 2 months. Then we'll figure it out. Last one. I was vitamin D deficient apparently. So I have this vitamin D 50,000 IUs of a pill. I take this pill 1 time a week, and that's it. A lot of pharmacists carry a lot of this stuff in stock. I know insurance companies, they don't want you to take the whole thing at once. In fact, it's funny. My prescription was for 12, and my pharmacy's only going to do it 4 pills at a time. So every month I got to go back and get the next 4, the next 4, the next 4. And that's just an insurance thing. I don't know why. From what I understand, if you have this issue with insurance, insurance has their own pharmacy area that I think if you try to get your medications direct from your insurance company, they might send you the entire supply all at one time instead of going through your pharmacy. So if you weren't aware of that, that's a little something you know now. But we'll see what's going to happen with this in 3 months to see if my vitamin D levels increase. Again, I said, why don't I just, go suntanning for a while every single day? And the doctor was like, you can suntan for 8 hours a day every single day. It's not going to help you as much as you think. Which is kind of like that whole thing with the bananas and the potassium and the dehydration too for the leg cramps. But that's what I got for you today. So thank you for listening. The well wishes are much appreciated, and I want to thank you for those. If there's anything on this list of supplements that I'm doing wrong, let me know, because I want to know what the correct things are as well. And by letting me know, you're letting anybody else who happens to be watching this know as well. So let's share that good wealth of knowledge out with as many people as possible. Other than that, hope you have a good rest of the evening. Hope you got something good planned. I'm still, inside COVIDing, so I'm not going to be going anywhere, even though I have the house to myself. Well, good night now. Bye-bye.